Hi, my name is John Consalvi, and I am the CEO of LinguaHealth. Today I'm here to talk to Ben Bennet about issues in working as a speech-language pathologist abroad. Ben is a graduate of Old Dominion University in Virginia. When Ben was in graduate school, he did a thesis on American speech-language pathologist working abroad. Ben, thanks for coming out today. Tell us about your thesis project that you worked on in graduate school.
I worked abroad in the past, and I know that there are opportunities in other health professions to work abroad, such as physicians and nurses, but I was never able to find anything about speech pathologists. I asked around, and I wasn't able to get any solid answers, so I decided to make it my thesis project.
What is one of the most surprising things that you've learned when you were doing your thesis?
One of the most interesting things that I found was that the scope of practice that American-trained speech pathologists have is amongst the broadest. Not every country can do things like dysphagia treatment or working with children with autism, for example. Mm-hmm. We have a very wide scope of practice and therefore are able to work within a lot of different frameworks in multiple countries.
You focus specifically on American speech-language pathologists and how they go out and find jobs or work abroad.
That's correct.
What are some nuggets of information you can share with everybody about that?
It all depends on which country you'd like to go to and whether or not you're proficient in the language that that country speaks. As a speech pathologist, you will be working primarily with language. So if you're a monolingual speaker, there are some really nice opportunities to go to specific countries based on an agreement that ASHA has with other credentialing agencies in those countries. If you are a bilingual speaker and the country that you want to go to does have a strong credentialing agency, it is a bit easier. If they don't, but you do speak the language, there are opportunities nonetheless, but a little bit more difficult.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that agreement?
Yeah, the agreement is called the Multilateral Mutual Recognition Agreement, and it's between the US, Canada, UK, Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand. And all of the credentialing agencies have an agreement where if you're certified with one, you can become certified with the other without having to go through the tedious process of evaluating your credentials and your education.
What do I need to know when I'm considering going to work abroad?
One of the things you might want to think about is, again, which country you want to go to. Does that country have a credentialing agency? If not, is there a gatekeeper at all? Would you be working within a system, or would you be working solo, carving your own path, so to speak? If you work within the Multilateral Mutual Recognition Agreement, it is much easier in order to do so, but you may want to be familiar with the phonological rules of the accent that is spoken within that particular country.
So Ben, where else can speech-language pathologists interested in working abroad go to find out more information about this topic?
ASHA actually has quite a few resources on this, so if you go to the ASHA website and search for international opportunities, there are quite a few links that will guide you in the right direction.
Well, Ben, thanks very much for coming out and talking to us about this topic.
Thank you, John.